Hello, everyone. As you know, Paul Crouch was pronounced dead as of yesterday, November the 30th, 2013, of a heart disease. He was 79 years old, okay? Now, the reason why I am sharing this with you guys about Paul Crouch's death is because I was very, very startled. The fact that I know Paul Crouch is 79 years old. He was up in age when he passed away, but I really was so kind of shocked when I found out that he had died from a heart disease. Okay, and the reason why, because I'm understanding that if God calls someone home and their time is up on earth, cool. Okay, if they going to heaven to meet God, they did everything on earth that God wanted them to do, and their time is up, okay? That's cool. But if they was not actually following God, the black God, black Jesus, and they was following the pagan, okay, God, which is the white Christ that Paul Crouch was pushing along with his wife Jan Crouch, okay? Now, a heart disease that Paul Crouch had is not good because he shouldn't have a heart disease if he was following the God, which is the black God, the black Jesus, okay? But instead, he was following the occult that him and his wife pushed through all these years of their life. Now, it's sad because by them pushing this occult, it caused so many people to be confused now. It's bad because people that God is raising up in these times, when we speak truth and we put out there how God really roll, they don't be quite easy to accept the truth. It's hard for them to accept the truth because of what TBN started through Paul Crouch and his wife Jan Crouch. Okay? Now, Paul Crouch was definitely the head over there at TBN. He the one got all of this stuff started from the beginning. And like I said, this is not good, okay? Paul Crouch, I'm being honest, this man went to hell. This man could not went to heaven because he was not following the real God. He wasn't following the black God. He wasn't following the truth. And I do believe that God gave him a chance to fix that many a times before he passed away. But by him being so prideful, because when I used to see him on TV all the time, uh, when I first came in and gave my life to Jesus, he just had a lot of pride in him. He don't want to be told nothing. You see what I'm saying? And I know for a fact God came to this man and told him to put the truth out there with that white man walking around on that holy land when it's supposed to be a black Jesus walking around, okay? Jesus is about putting his truth out there. And when people do the opposite of what Jesus is instructing them to do, a price comes with that, okay? Now, I'm being honest, Paul Crouch was definitely a big part in this occult. And that white man that they believe in, that they worship and they serve and they look up to is Cedric Berjure, which was a white evil man that was for Satan back in the days. And, and they got this image of him with this long hair, white guy, long hair, nice attitude guy that they promote out there, okay? Because TBN promotes their white God every year for the holidays on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and different other little days that is a holiday that they feel is to them. Now, my thing is that it's just better to do what God is telling people to do and it's not good to follow these pagan gods, which I think I did a video about. A lot of people that was in the Bible following their own pagan gods, doing things their way. And TBN, which is Paul Crouch and Jan Crouch stations, is so similar to what these people was doing in the Bible. They was following their own gods, doing what they want to do, not listening and not trying to put truth out there for God on who he was and what he wanted done. Now, Paul Crouch have passed away, and don't get me wrong, I love Paul Crouch, I love Jan Crouch, I'm walking in love, okay? But I'm just putting truth out there. I'm on God's side. I'm not on man's side. I'm on Jesus' side, because this is so sad, because this occult, once again, that Paul Crouch and Jan Crouch have started up from birth of the ground, from hell, okay? This is a hell occult, have caused so many people through the years to go astray, to be confused with what the truth is. So when God raised up new followers of him, the real followers of Jesus Christ, like me and other followers of Christ that's following the black God, the black Jesus, according to what it says in the word. When we try to come speak truth to people and tell them what's up, and we come in the way God wants us to speak to people, they look at people as followers of Christ like they're devils, like they're the enemy. But it's not so. We are following Jesus, the black man. Jesus was a black man. Jesus was black, man, straight up. There's nowhere around that. And we was following, we are following this man. For all those who are really following Jesus Christ and they following the truth of God. You see what I'm saying? And Paul Crouch and Jan Crouch is definitely not doing that at the time, and Jan Crouch is still going to keep going with this. Her and her kids, they're not going to let this go. They're not going to shut down this occult. They're going to keep going, and God is going to keep getting angry. It's going to get worse. And I'm on God's side, straight up, because I fear God. I don't want to meet God with all that on my back. Okay? Now y'all can play around with God. For all these y'all pagan followers out there, y'all can follow Paul Crouch lead and his wife lead, Jan Crouch. Like I said, I love them people, but at the same time, I think you tripping. You need to follow Jesus, man. Jesus was a black man. He was not white. God don't play, and he don't like when people twist up his word. God don't like when people do their own thing and raise up their own pagan religion beliefs in front of his face. He gets angry, and if this don't stop, God is going to keep going. It's going to get worse, okay? Now, my thing is, what I want to say earlier about Paul Crouch is that he died of a heart disease, right? I understand he's up in age. He was 79. Okay, I understand that part. But he died of a heart disease. God gave him that heart disease because of what he was pushing out there. And he had to pay a price for that. Okay? Now, my thing is, too, is that I want to throw this in there because it's just the truth. If Benny Hinn saying he's walking in so much healing for God and he's so blessed by God spiritually, that's what he so-called say. If he this blessed man that's walking around with all this power from God, why is Paul Crouch dying from a heart disease? Why you couldn't heal Paul Crouch, Benny Hinn? Straight up. What's up with that? Why you couldn't heal this man? Because, I mean, I don't want to be around people like that. If you saying you carrying the power of God, but you have no way to help me get healed, I don't want to be around people that ain't carrying no power from God, because it's a waste of my time and it's a waste of God's time, because God will get upset with people when they chosen by him, and he's putting you around people with power from him so y'all can help each other, do the will, keep each other up and things like that in the journey. But therefore, you hang around people that ain't got no power. I don't want to be around people like that. And it's just sad, man, because Paul Crouch, man, this is a huge occult. Once again, to get back on that part that he pushed. He's like the head, and God had to slay the head. That's just the way it is. And I'm on God's side, not to sound harsh, but I speak how God wants this stuff to be spoken. God had to slay the head, man. And this stuff gonna keep going. If y'all keep on, for all y'all people that's following this white man, Cedric Bergier, okay, if I'm saying his name right, it's consequences that comes with these pagan, gods that y'all trying to serve other than the real Jesus, okay? You're going to get hit with plagues, diseases. You might lose your life at an early age. You might die before your time, okay? There's no other way around that. God did it in the Bible, and he's doing it the same today, even more stronger. So don't play with God. God is using Paul Crouch death to speak to all the pagan followers that's following this TBN, Christianity, pagan, occult crap. You better get out this stuff, because if you don't, you're going to get slayed along with everyone else that's following this stuff, along with what Paul Crouch started, and it's not going to stop. God is going to keep getting angrier, and he's going to keep manifesting his angry side on this earth. We can't stop that, and trust me, it ain't gonna get better. So y'all better use y'all brain that God gave y'all and stop following this mess. TBN taking all these people money, robbing them blind. And TBN and Paul Crouch used to be on TBN all the time, talking about sow a seed so God can bless all these people all over the world that's trying to get healed from diseases, from different types of situations, depending on what the situation was. And at the same time, how you gonna take people money to get healed? But Paul Crouch wasn't even healed. He had heart disease. This ain't no heart disease. Ain't no blessing. This is a curse, man. I can't look around this. This ain't a blessing. This is a curse, man. Straight up. This ain't nothing. Ain't nothing exciting about dying from a heart disease. It's not a blessing. It's a curse. To me, it's not a blessing, and it's not. And like I said, man, I just hope people use this experience in front of them of what God is showing people, to stop following this pagan crap, man, because y'all gonna keep making God angry, and I'm tired of seeing y'all upset God, because when y'all upset God, everybody else have to suffer here on earth. God got people dying in car crashes. He got people, cities getting torn up, homes is getting crashed up. God is flooding different cities, drowning kids and adults. I'm tired of seeing all this, and y'all need to stop being stupid and stop trying to live Yahweh and stop trying to be Yahweh and stop trying to look at y'all pagan gods and trying to put all these gods in front of the real Jesus, which is black, man. It's not going to change. Paul Crouch is an example, man, that God is using to show y'all better stop playing with him. I pray that Jan Crouch will shut that white stuff, that pagan stuff she doing over there, represent the black God before it's too late. Because if not, God is gonna keep going with this, man, and this ain't good. This y'all making it bad for the people that's trying to find truth and get truth. Okay? And I could just feel it, man. God is angry, man. I can feel the anger of God. He's frustrated. And I'm telling you, this ain't the stuff. Okay? I love Jan Crouch. I think, her family is cool. But, man, it's not cool what they doing, man. It's not cool when they pushing this occult, that the dad and the, got started. With all this pagan God and all this other stuff. Now, the Holy Land is a beautiful thing that they started, in my opinion, but it's not beautiful if they're going to have a white man walking around talking about that's the Jesus. No, that's not the Jesus. Jesus was black, man. He was black. And I don't know how many times y'all going to get this. It's like y'all keep following TBN. Paul Crouch just died, man, of a heart disease, man. God made them people he had a heart disease down there on Yahoo right in front of your face. The man was not healed. He was cursed. He was cursed. A heart disease, that ain't no blessing, man. You're supposed to die, man, like, you're supposed to die good. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be straight, all good when you die. When Michael Jackson died, he didn't have no heart disease and all that. Michael Jackson just died, man. He didn't have no plagues or anything in his body when they did an autopsy on him. No kind of disease or anything was attached to Michael Jackson's body when they did that autopsy and they had promoted to the world. Straight up. This ain't good, man. This ain't no blessing. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, this heart disease is something came from this right here is something to do with all that pagan stuff that Jan Crouch promoted all these years, and it caught up with him. And God just got tired and just struck him with that stuff. God was striking people in the Bible with diseases, plagues. He turned Lot's wife into a pillar of salt. God was getting people in the Bible AIDS. He was killing children when they was. God wasn't playing, man. And it's still the same today, okay? So y'all need to understand, don't take this lightly. Don't look at Paul Crouch's death and look over that. Because this is the head. This is the head that just died of TBN, man. TBN is like the biggest Christianity station all over the United States. Straight up. All over the water, over there overseas in UK. TBN got stations all over there in UK, man. This is like the biggest TBN is like the biggest station, man, as far as marketing and promoting that Christianity stuff, okay? And like I said, man, don't look over this. Be smart, man. If Jan Crouch and her kids want to keep following this stuff and keep on playing with God and keep on looking over this stuff, they can play the game with God and live a lie. It's gonna get worse, man. Y'all gonna make God angry for those out there, for you people that is following this TBN stuff continuously. And God is gonna get angry at that family. And I just pray that Paul Crouch kids just follow the real God, man. It's worth it, man. I hope they get this message. I hope them kids follow the real God and break that curse that they daddy started following this white pagan God that they talking about is a white man and all this foolishness. Jesus was black, man. God was black, and it's not gonna change. And when he come back in that sky and he manifests who he really is, it's gonna get ugly. He gonna come back and really slay everybody for all this foolishness, wickedness, nonsense, lies, and pagan Christianity lies that they've been putting out here all these years. Because Jan Crouch and Paul Crouch is not the only ones. It's other pagan Christians that's pushing this white Christ, white God, and God was white and all this foolishness. Now, I can't change the Bible, and I ain't trying to because I'm on God's side. God raised me up. He came in my life. God came in my life and manifested himself to me, and I can't change that. Okay, and I ain't trying to because it's the truth. It's what's real. And I'm about what's real, and I'm about following the truth. Now, y'all can keep on following this Paul Crouch and this Jan Crouch lie and occult and keep on getting cursed. You'll never get blessed by God. You'll never be healed if you keep following this pagan lies and these pagan Christianity false religious that man made up and not God. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to share with y'all that Paul Crouch had passed away, and now y'all know what to do. Now y'all know why is this happening. Y'all know why this man passed away. I told you why. Okay? And y'all know what y'all got to do to not keep following the lies. And if y'all want to be blessed and healed, man, you can do it. God can bless and heal anybody. When you walk in truth, you're healing yourself. When you walk in the light, you're healing yourself. When you speak truth, you're healing yourself. When you continuously follow the pagan lies and pagan religions, there's a price that come with that. Yes, it is. Like I said, y'all can keep being stupid, following all this white pagan stuff, trying to go build y'all own gods and trying to make it like Jesus wasn't black. Y'all just gonna keep on pissing God off. That's what's gonna happen. And God is gonna keep on slaying people down here that's trying to put gods before him, trying to say that he was a white man when he wasn't. God was black, man. And it's just the truth, man. And honestly, a lot of white people that was back in slavery time, they was reading that Bible. They know God was black. A lot of white people ain't gonna say it out in the open, and they ain't gonna really throw it out there like that. But man, they know God was black more than man than the black. They know, man. Okay, they know, but they just ain't gonna throw it out there like that. You see what I'm saying? And it's just the truth, man. And like I say, I love Paul Crouch. I love Jan Crouch. But at the same time, man, this gotta stop. You know, this stuff gotta stop, man. And if it don't, it's just gonna get worse, man. And for all these big time preachers that was connected to me and that keep on following that pagan lie with them, they gonna get slayed next. They all just gonna be dropping back to back, or either something gonna happen to them. It's gonna come to pass. It's just going down like that, man. Because God is tired of playing. He tired of people taking him as a joke. He tired of people looking over the truth with him. And like I say, I'm on God's side. I don't know whose side y'all on, but I'm on God's side. And I just wanted to share this with y'all about Paul Crouch. And I just want to let y'all know, man, this stuff is real. You know what I'm saying? And everything in the dark comes to the light. So if Paul Crouch, you know what I'm saying, wasn't living and stuff off them cameras, because anybody can get in front of the camera and talk about God and ask for money all day. But is you really living this stuff? Okay, is you really walking in truth, and are you really following the truth? Is you really following the black God that Jesus was in the Bible off of faith? Is you really doing that? Because if you not, then this is what happens. It's no surprise. If a person don't live it when they get off the camera, it will manifest, and God will bring it to the light. So the person can't hide nothing anyway. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, man, this is it's not good, man, because once again, to cut this short, it's by Paul Crouch manifesting this occult and getting this cracking and started. It's making it bad for real followers of Christ like me and other chosen people of God that he's raising up in these timings. It makes it bad for us when we try to reach out to people and manifest God's uh, power, when God trying to manifest himself through me and others and put out the truth and how he rode through me and others that's from God. It makes it bad for those followers of Christ. You see what I'm saying? That's following the real God, the real Jesus, the black Jesus. You see what I'm saying? Because the people look at the real followers of Christ like they devils based on what Paul Crouch and other pagan people out there promoted all these years. And they're going to pay a price for that. God going to get them because he going to keep on going with this. And I'm sorry, man. I got to roll with God. I'm not on nobody's side but Jesus. Straight up. I'm just telling you the truth. This is wrong. It's not right. And this family should definitely repent, and they should cut and shut this pagan stuff down immediately. Because if not, man, it's worse. I'm just telling you, God he ain't at peace with this stuff, man. White man walking around on the Holy Land out there, man, this stuff is sick, man. This stuff ain't the stuff. God ain't at peace with this, man. Straight up. And Paul Crouch kids know that something ain't right about this, and they know the truth, man, but they scared. They ain't gonna get in front of that and pretend like they'll get in front of that camera and pretend like everything cool. But them people, man, them kids are terrified. They know God. They know God coming at their family, man. They know God coming at their family. They just ain't gonna get in front of the camera and tell all you TBN sow and seed people and all you TBN fans and all that. They ain't gonna tell y'all the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to tell the anger of God on their family. They're not. And that's just the way it is. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to share this video with you guys. You guys take it easy. I hope that you continuously follow the truth, because that's what the black Jesus, black God. Okay, it's in his Bible. I ain't write the word. Jesus, that's his word. I hope y'all follow this man straight up. And stop following these pagan lies and these pagan occults and stop being stupid. Straight up.